Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all well. And today's video is just going to be my top tips on how to lose weight. I lost quite a bit of weight when I had my little boy. It took me a year to do, but these were a lot of the things that I kind of stuck by, and they helped. So I thought I'd just share them with you. So number one is drink minimum of 2 litres of water a day. Obviously water is the best thing that you can possibly drink. It's brilliant for flushing out toxins. It's also brilliant for flushing out fat. So hands down, minimum of 2 litres a day will really help. I have had quite a few friends who've been on weight loss journeys who have hit a plateau, and I've said to them, are you drinking enough water? Well, yeah, I have like a litre a day. And it's literally, no, to have 2 litres and then, you know, all of a sudden the weight starts falling off again. So the best advice is water. Drink lots of it. 2 litres minimum. Find an exercise that you want to do. For me, it was walking. I love walking. I have my Labrador Dusty. I walk him every day. I go walking, I live by the sea, so we go to the seafront and we do an hourly walk every day. And then also I walk into town, so when I want to go to town I don't drive, I walk. And you know, I'm quite fortunate that I live in a town where I can do that. So yeah, just find something that you want to do. If you don't like walking, try jogging. If not, maybe try a dance class, something like Zumba. Just find something that you really love to do that is great exercise, and you really can't go wrong, I don't think. For me, I have adopted kind of a Slimming World approach, but I don't follow Slimming World. So for example, I always used to have frozen chips in our freezer. We no longer have frozen chips in our freezer. We have potatoes in our cupboard. So when I want chips, I do fry like chips. I swear by them. I just think they're brilliant. And also I adopt their kind of cooking everything fresh. So I use lots of herbs, lots of stock. I don't use jars of dolmio when I want to do bolognese anymore. I literally cook from scratch. And I kind of, that's what I mean by the Slimming World approach. So just everything fresh, everything healthy, everything like a lean meat. So for instance, I do not like, and I do not eat anything apart from 5% lean, like mince for instance. I wouldn't have the 12% fat ones. That is just personally what I like, and I personally think it tastes a lot better as well cooked that way. Don't buy rubbish. If you're gonna have a cheat day on a weekend, if that's basically how you are going about your weight loss, that is absolutely fine. But don't buy that stuff when you're doing your weekly shop. I always make a point on a Saturday of thinking, right, what do I want tonight to eat? Okay, I want this, and I go to the shop separately and buy them, and I eat them straight away. I don't keep them in the cupboard. I don't buy multiple bags of the things, because if they're there, then there's temptation, so don't do that. 1 meal a day, make sure it's low calorie. So for instance, when I was losing my weight, I had a low calorie breakfast 9 times out of 10. I would have almond unsweetened milk with fruit, and I would blend that up in my Nutri Ninja, and obviously have a smoothie for my breakfast. Sometimes I would have a normal breakfast and I would have a low calorie lunch, like soup, egg salad, something that was extremely low calorie, and yeah, that worked for me. Buy low calorie snacks for the times when you are on your weight loss journey. For instance, Monday to Friday for me, I'm now in maintenance, so I don't want to lose any weight. I'm very happy with how I am, but I still have my low calorie snacks during the week. So for instance, on a night time, I have like something like a Fibre One bar. I swear by them, they're brilliant. I will always have Curly Wurlies in the fridge, always, because they are so moreish and they're so like low in calories, but you really feel like you're having a treat. And I also swear by the Metcalf skinny popcorn, the little 17-gram bags. They are just brilliant, and yeah, I use them a lot when I was losing my baby weight. Yeah, don't deprive yourself. Don't think I want chocolate, I'm not having chocolate, because you'll end up having that chocolate, and then you'll end up having another chocolate bar, and then some crisps, and it's just not good. Everything in moderation, you know. It's weight loss and losing weight is all about, obviously it's all about cutting down the calories, but you've got to do it in a way where you can live your life. So if it's making you miserable, do something different. There are plenty of different systems out there. There are plenty of ways to lose weight. You don't have to follow one thing. So yeah, just don't deprive yourself. If you really are, if you're on your period and you think, oh, I really want a chocolate bar, have a chocolate bar, but just don't have another chocolate bar. I think a lot of people, and I've done it myself, where we get into that mentality of, oh, I've broken it now. Well, okay, well, it may as well just be a bad week then, because I've just ruined it. I've just ruined it. And you make yourself feel like utter crap, and there's no need for it. Like, allow yourself a chocolate bar, enjoy it, take your time over it, but then get straight back onto it. And don't, like I say, don't fall into this, oh, well, now I've had a bad day, I'm just gonna have a bad week. Because that's pretty much how you basically fall off the bandwagon and end up putting the weight back on. Especially as, you know, you've worked hard to get it off. So don't do it to yourself. Have like a goal. For me, my goal was I was getting married in December, which was the biggest goal ever. And I was desperate to be in a size 8 wedding dress, and that's what I ended up being in. I think if you've got a goal, whether it be a holiday, whether you see an amazing dress or an amazing trousers or whatever, and you think, right, I'm going to get these in the size that I want to be, and that's the goal, then it's always good to have something to aim towards, so you can just work towards it. For me, I honestly thought that my weight loss would be a lot quicker than what it was. It took me a year, but I'm really glad that it took me that long, and I did it so slowly as well. It really was like 1 to 2 pounds a week. Yeah, and it was good, but having that goal of my wedding just kept me transfixed. If you see my weight loss story, how I lost my baby weight, you'll know that I had quite a few plateaus. So having that goal helped me no end. It kept me focused on days when I was just fed up. Like, it got to a point where I was saying to my husband, like, I'm doing everything I've just done. Why is it not working? And it was just because my body was so used to it. It just, you know, needed to just be juggle it up a little bit. So yeah, having a goal helps, definitely. And I suppose my other tip would be to make sure you mix it up. Make sure if you're getting to a point where the scale isn't moving, that means you need to mix it up. You need to do something different, whether that's be increase more exercise, like include more exercise, or you know, start doing more high protein. For me, the weight loss really started to kick in after the plateau was when I started doing high protein tea. So I would have carbs during the lunchtime and the breakfast, but the tea, I didn't have carbs. I literally just had high protein. And I noticed a massive difference with my stomach as well. My tummy isn't flat, but it's not as rounded as it used to be, and I really do believe that was because I did protein. So protein is a really good way of doing it, but I'm not a believer in cutting out carbs. I think everything in moderation. So if I could give you any words of advice, I would say like protein meals, as in your evening meal, is a way to go. But yeah, just like I say, have a system in place. And if the system stops working, change the system or change it about a bit. I think that's why Slimming World have these I think it's extra easy, isn't it? And then they've got the SP, and I think the SP's there for the times when your body starts going, well, I'm used to this now, so I'm just gonna hold on to this weight. The body, like I say, it's quite a tricky thing, and it's quite clever. It figures things out. So yeah, you've just got to kind of work it out and think, right, okay, so what can I do that's different to what I have been doing? And honestly, it will start losing. You'll start seeing the thing on the scale. And as well, weigh yourself or measure yourself or have some sort of clothing. Don't just do it and not have like something that you're doing weekly to kind of measure where you are. A lot of people don't swear by the scale. I do. My husband, bless him, he hates it. He's like, I just don't understand why you go by the scales. I just don't get it. Like, it's just a stupid way of doing it. You should just do measurements, or you should just do clothes. But for me, it is. I like seeing the number on the scale. That keeps me focused. And if you're not the type of person where scales trigger, you know, certain thoughts or anything, then do measurements, or tape measure can be brilliant. Or an item of clothing. You can always kind of gauge where you are, item of clothing, but definitely make sure every week that you are checking in and seeing roughly where you are. So those are my top tip, guys. I really hope that these help. Like I say, give yourself enough time. Don't rush it, especially if you are losing weight after a baby. Your body has created a human being that is incredible, and it's had a traumatic labour. So give your body time, give it a time to get back to where it wants to be. And you know, you won't necessarily get your normal or your old figure back. I certainly haven't. I'm really happy with how I am size wise. But, you know, I have a little bit of a saggy belly. I have certain parts of my skin is a lot looser. And, you know, I just embrace it because my body grew a human, and it's amazing. So just give yourself time and don't be comparing yourself to others. That is the worst thing that you can do. There will be some people who will be doing the same thing that you're doing and getting there a lot quicker. And there'll be some people who are doing the same thing that you are doing and getting there a lot slower. Everybody is different, and every body's body is different. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Be happy in yourself and be happy with your figure. I know for me, like, I'm a size 8 and I get really frustrated when people say, oh well, you're not curvy because you're a size 8, and I think I freaking am. I've got boobs, I've got big old bum, and I've got a small waist, and I love that. I've got big thighs. Like, people will say, oh, you haven't got big legs. I really have. I've got big legs, but I like that. I like my figure. I'm happy with how it is, and I think it's a lovely womanly figure. So don't compare yourself to other people. That is literally, I'd say, the biggest tip is just go with how you're doing and go with the flow and go with how your body is looking. And yeah, just be happy in yourself, and yeah, you'll get there. It's hard work, but yeah. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a massive thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed and you fancy joining us on this journey, then please do hit that subscribe button, and we will see you soon. Thanks, guys.